Hey everyone, my name is Aaron Moore. I'm a licensed counselor in Orlando, Florida, with my wife Michelle. We have been part of the To Write Love on Our Arms crew since about 2006. I don't know where you are right now. I don't know where this video finds you today. I don't know if as you watch this it is 10 a.m. or 2 a.m. I don't know if today is a difficult day. I don't know if today is the best day for you in a long time. I hope it is. I imagine for most of us, today is somewhere in the middle, with good things happening and things we're grateful for, and also maybe some really difficult things. If you find yourself in a difficult place today, I would want you to know that there are people out there who care. And maybe you find yourself in a place where it's been difficult for a while. Maybe you're finding that it's difficult to do the things that you would typically do to care for yourself well. Maybe it's been a while since you've been out of the house. Maybe it's been a few days since you have seen a friend. Maybe it's been far too many days since you've heard an encouraging word from someone you know. If that's where you're at, I hope that we can encourage you a bit today. As I was thinking about today, it left me thinking of kind of being in that space in the middle, and I was thinking about what it looks like to think about how we care for ourselves well in that space. We talk about the word self-care a lot, and self-care often really is meant to be something that involves compassion, and compassion itself is a word that's meant to be an action. I want to invite you to think about what it would look like to take a little bit of a break, even if it's just a few minutes, to take some time to care well for yourself. I was thinking today about my old office that we used to have in downtown. And I was remembering that I used to have this fire escape with this really beautiful window and these oak trees. And I would sit there in my office all day. And I realized after working there for a while that there was this woman 2 buildings over, and I would see her outside 4 times a day at the exact same times. And she would be coming out to take a smoke break, but as she took that smoke break, she would stand in the same spot under the same tree for about 8 to 10 minutes. And then I realized over the years that what I was watching was not necessarily anything to do with the smoke break, but that she was outside at the same time through her day, standing in the sunshine, looking at the sky, and taking long, rhythmic, deep breaths. And I realized at that moment that she was probably far more relaxed than I was. See, what she was doing was taking these breaks through her day, and they kind of probably helped reset. So I'd love to invite you to think about what it looks like to take 5 minutes for yourself. And like I said, I don't know where you are today. I don't know what level of difficulty or struggle you're feeling, but I think that idea of taking 5 minutes for ourselves is a compassionate thing wherever we are. So I want to invite you to think about a few questions that might help us determine what that 5 minutes could look like. Ask yourself, does 5 minutes feel too long or too short? If it feels too short, take as long as you'd like. If it feels like 5 minutes would be an eternity and I don't know how the heck I can do 5 minutes, then maybe start with 2 minutes. 2 minutes is better than no minutes. Then ask yourself, does it feel, if I ask myself what I feel like I need, does it feel like I need 5 minutes inside? Or do I need 5 minutes outside? And then in those 5 minutes, ask yourself, do I need 5 minutes of movement? Do I maybe need to walk outside or a little bit of yoga on the mat in my room? Or does my body need some stillness? And then ask yourself, in these 5 minutes, do I need some sound? Do I need to feel the life and energy of one of my favorite songs? Or do I need some silence? And then ask yourself in those 5 minutes, do I need someone else? Maybe you need 5 minutes of a phone call with a close friend. Or maybe you need 5 minutes of solitude. That 5 minutes of solitude to connect in with what's happening in you and to offer yourself that compassion. I hope that in those 5 minutes you find a little bit of a taste of what you need. And if that works well for you, I hope you do it a few times today. and maybe try it a few times tomorrow. See what it's like as you experiment with giving yourself those 5 minutes of compassion. If you do find yourself in a really difficult space today, I hope you will consider not only connecting in, but also connecting out with someone else that might be able to meet you where you are, whether that's a friend, whether that's a counselor. We would always want to encourage, if you find yourself in a difficult space, to reach out for help, because help is out there and it really does exist, and you are worth it. And you're definitely worth taking those 5 minutes.